Before we talk about the cutting edge generative AI models that we work with today, such as large language models, let's go back in time a bit and discuss some early Gen AI models. One of the first generative AI models were a variant of autoencoders called variational autoencoders. Let's quickly recap how autoencoders work. Autoencoders are a type of unsupervised learning technique. They work with unlabeled data. Their objective is to learn efficient internal representations called latent representations of codings of input data by compressing and then reconstructing the input as accurately as possible. Autoencoder neural networks are built with a bottleneck in its hidden layers. The narrow hidden layer forces the model to compress the input data into a lower dimensional form. This makes the model learn only the most essential features or latent representations needed to reconstruct the original input. Because the hidden layer acts as a bottleneck, the model cannot trivially copy over whatever is present as its input to the output, but still must find a way to reconstruct the inputs from the latent representations produced by the input layer. Autoencoders are architectures usually with several layers, and they have two components, the encoder and the decoder. The encoder portion transforms high dimensional input data into a lower dimensional latent representation by passing the data through successive hidden layers. And this is the compression that forces the model to capture the most meaningful features of the input. The decoder takes the compressed latent representation, the codings, and attempts to reconstruct the original input. It learns to map the lower dimensional features back to the high dimensional space of the original input, and the quality of this reconstruction helps guide the overall learning process during the training of the autoencoder. The loss function or the objective function used to train an autoencoder is the reconstruction loss. The reconstruction loss measures how far the generated output of the autoencoder is from the input data. The autoencoders that we've studied so far, the standard autoencoder, is a representation learning model, not a generative model. They're trained to compress input data into a lower dimensional form and reconstruct it, but they do not generate new novel data. However, variational autoencoders or VAEs are a special type of autoencoder that do model data probabilistically and are capable of generating new samples. This makes VAEs a true generative model. They have the basic structure of autoencoders, but they have the ability to sample from a learned distribution to create new realistic data.